What took you so long, Leo? I've been channeling for you before your November reading, which this is, okay? And that's what the universe said. What took you so long? And it felt a little bit like tough love. It felt a little bit kind of challenging, triggering, but nothing that you don't already know or haven't already known for quite some time. I pulled a couple of oracle cards for you to give us like an overview of what we needed to look at in the reading. And it's interesting because we got Winter's Dream. And this is a card about not going to sleep, not hibernating, but returning to the seeds you planted, maybe even before you were born, but certainly over the last, and I'm going to maybe even say 10 years for you. I've been banging on at you, Leo, for months over the last couple of years that you need to answer a calling. And for a lot of you, the calling is quite a spiritual calling, but it's also about being in radical alignment. Leo is a very radical sign for me. It's fixed fire. You feel everything. You act like other people can't act. For example, I'm a Pisces. We're nothing AF. You know, we're just like Pisces. You're Leo AF, okay? And I know that you can have periods of time under the radar, and you do need that. And, you know, if you knock a Leo off their perch, you may go into a sort of hibernating state. But it's a sleeping lion, okay? At some point, you're going to wake up, you're going to roar. There's been this message that there is a calling. Like if you imagine this to be a bell in the distance. For some of you, it's been very specific. Like you have a talent or a skill and you need to either make it into a business or focus more on it or get it out of the box. For others of you, and we will look at your relationships and love life in the second half of the reading, you need to put out a call to justice. You need to release people who have offended you or trespassed or just caused trouble in some way. The other card I got for you is Detox. Repairing the body, mind and spirit. So it's across the board. It's the holy trinity of the human, okay? There's a need, and I suppose it's a good month to do it in November. I mean, January is normally the month where people are going nuts, isn't it? You know, reviving this and reviving that and New Year's resolution the other. But for you, it's November. It's just going to be. So it's like awakening to the call, answering the call, but at the same time, repairing and in some cases eliminating, putting behind you the people and the things, and I suspect they're quite toxic people and things. And this could even include for some of you the house you grew up in. Not all of you, but for some of you there may be. And you know, this doesn't mean you have to reject your family or your family were all wrong and you were all right. It's just family, you know. But there may have been, as there are in all families, calluses, you know, toxic situations, upbringing, ancestry, that the universe is asking you to go deep, to go within, and then to release and let go of, so that you can release this new energy that is wanting to spur you on and wanting to take you out of where you are and further you to somewhere else. By gum, there's a lot going on for you, but I like it. Now, previously I've been sort of hinting and nudging and, you know, asking and pleading maybe for you to recognize your talents in a certain area, leadership, spirituality. You tell me in the comments, okay? Let me know. But it's something, and it's something Look at the first card. Something you have been avoiding. Because whatever it is that's calling you, there is an element of that to it. The Ten of Swords, and I think here, I really like that they've done this actually, is that the person walks away. They're actually walking away, which is very accurate for the Ten of Swords. It's like it's become too painful for you to stay the same. And this happens. And it usually means that the universe has put out red flags, or you've been so damn busy living your life and getting it together and paying the bills and looking after whatever you look after, that you haven't been able to actually fully just face this off and be like, okay, I get it. I'm going to do this. And I would also say, this doesn't require action this minute. I would also say that the action is probably going to come at the time of the new year, but it does need to begin now. Okay, it's a sort of a slow process. It's given me a really itchy nose, God, which is always a sign for me, sorry. Okay, ooh, yes, oof, look. Eight of Swords. Yeah, that is hugely what we're talking about. In the mirror, you see yourself as unable to move forward, unable to get out of a situation, unable to break the bonds of, in some cases, because when we have the Ten of Swords, I read that as a family, an ancestry, the life that, and for some of you to I want to say outrun your childhood, but you shouldn't have to run away. Out-thrive your childhood, outlive your childhood, push past it. For some of you, there were limiting beliefs handed down to you about what you could achieve, what you couldn't achieve. For others of you, it's more painful than that. There was a rejection, an abandonment. Now, this becomes fuel for you now, but it's just not easy. I'm not gonna glitter the turd on this one, okay? It's a case of too painful to stay the same, but also if you look back on your life, Leo, all of your major moments, your pivots, your shifts came at a time when you lost something, came at a time when you lost someone, when you breakups, people passing away, people leaving. A Leo is an adventurer, an explorer, even the quiet ones of you, okay? And it's just not a conventional journey that you take to do it. It's a very spiritual journey as well. Leos are often overlooked in terms of their second sight, in terms of their spiritual abilities. But the universe sees you differently to the way you see yourself, and has seen it for a long time. And there's a lot of potential here, not only for you to move past a painful situation, a painful past, but also to lead others. Like sometimes literally, like you're going to become a therapist, a trainer, a teacher, a speaker, a tarot reader, whatever it is. Okay, and let me know in the comments, because I'll be really interested to hear this. But you're going to lead others along the way, even if it's just by example. It's given me an itchy ear and everything. Oh yes. And then you get the World. You are closing out a cycle of pain, and it doesn't mean that the next cycle is painless. Nothing is without pain that's worth having in some way. I feel excited, but also I feel humbled by the gravity of what is to come next for you, okay? But I feel like I've done my due diligence, because I have talked about this in the Leo readings for the last 2 years, maybe more, okay? Whew. Right, the Knight of Swords. you will be getting some kind of download, message, and I like that we have fire in it as well. It's gorgeous. A download, a message, an aha moment. This could come from reading a book, it could come from seeing a video, it could come in a dream. More likely it's coming though from a 3D source or from another person, possibly an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or from social media, because also that is for me the air sign cards. But this message is delivered without sugarcoating, okay? So be ready to receive it. Oh, yes. The Queen of Wands. Yeehaw. This is you. Fire, okay? Bravery, courage. That's the gifts you're given as a Leo. You have a lot of resources, you have a lot of energy actually. Remember to preserve it as we go into the winter months. Physically to preserve it in terms of sleep, in terms of not burning the candle at both ends, in terms of not helping too many people. And I know that sounds really selfish, but it's not. Not spreading yourself too thin and keeping away from energy thieves, okay, however they may manifest themselves. And you know, high five in the comments please if that resonates, and I know damn well that it did. If this is resonating, please do hype the video as well, Leo. YouTube now have a hype button, which they've hidden from everybody, including me for ages. But if you're on a phone, you can go to the like button, swing, you can give that a little old, and then if you go like that, past rewind or clip or whatever crap they have on there that no one ever uses, there is a hype button. So if this is resonating, do give it a hype. It really helps the video. Simple, hopefully, and easy. And now I've told you where it is. I know. Okay. Oh, yes. Temperance. At times, this transition for you is going to take its toll. Physically, mentally, spiritually. Find balance in your life in any way you can. Remember to have fun. Leos need to laugh. You make other people laugh. It's kind of your job. I know. It's something. I have the greatest laughs with my best Leo friend. Okay, I don't even know what the word is for a Pisces, but we have a good dynamic actually. Let me know in the comments if that's a thing, because is she my only Leo friend? Well, she's my best friend, so, but she's very, very Leo, and we just laugh and laugh and laugh. We can talk on the phone for ages, and I hate talking on the phone, you know, but she's a hoot. She goes there and I go there, and it's a brutal, dark sense of humour, but it's, so remember to have that, to enjoy that, and to share that with other people. Leos are good at stand-up comedy if you ever fancy doing that. And then we get the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is a card that, it's this. It's telling you that you're going to at times be quite excited by this, or whatever form it takes, okay? And I'll have a look at your love life in a minute. We're about to do that. You're going to be excited. You're going to want to leap forward. You're going to want to fast forward. You're going to want to do what Leos do, okay? Where you're like, oh my God, I'm really excited. I'm on fire. I'm lit. Let's go. Now I get it. Woohoo, I've got some energy. But try and conserve it, okay? This is a long game. This is a new cycle. This cycle, I think it's around 5 to 6 years. So it's a long time in your life. It's a good section. And also, Mercury is retrograde from the 9th of November for the rest of the month, and basically for most of November. It's a time to dynamically reflect back on where you've come from, on who held you back, and this is not a time of blame, okay? Because sometimes as well, the people that showed up for you negatively were representing your own shadow side, which is, we will have a look at in a minute, or in the extended reading. There will be an extended reading as well after the love reading, if it all really resonates with you, where I go get down and dirty and deep into the shadows. Okay, let's look at your love life. And we're going to use this saucy old bad boy here, which is Scarlet Rose. Scarlet Rose Tarot. Yay. Okay. I have a feeling that this is going to be the same in your love life as it has been across the board. Okay. Tell me about Leo, please. Love. We're moving into the erection section. It's the 80s DJ. I cannot help it. Do you remember that? I know. Bit of Careless Whisper. God, I'm old. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Woohoo. Okay. 2 cards for your love life. I get the 2 of Wands and the Sun. So, fiery as F. Fiery AF. I know. See what I did there? 2 of Wands means dynamic decision making. You're standing there, you're kind of looking out on the horizon. You're making a decision, but you're doing it fire styly, which is kind of, how can I explain it? It's not cerebral. You're not doing it with your head. You're sort of doing it with that side of yourself that is very grr, you know, that whatever makes you raw. And this is like taking no prisoners. So when it comes to your love life, you're making decisions by fire. That's interesting. And then to get the Sun, you know, for a Leo reading, I always like it for any star sign when I get their card in the reading, but especially for you, because your card is probably the nicest, most fortuitous, hot, shiny card, isn't it? It's the Sun. It's like, it's the F yeah, okay? And the no F's given. Now, I always say with Leos that when you get to this point, I call it burning down the house. Now, I am not encouraging you to burn down the house or anything else, but it's like being a trailblazer and leaving like, whoosh, I don't know, it's like as if you left a trail of flames as you went. Now, for some of you, if you're in a sort of, and I don't know why I want to call it a landlocked relationship, if you're in a relationship that is stale, I can't be boring with a Leo, it's not a good idea, is it? But if you're in a relationship that's stale, that you're kind of bored of, that your heart isn't in it. For a Leo, their heart must be fully in it. That relationship will not survive into the new year. So, and it shouldn't. Okay? Just got to tell you what I know. Tell us more, please, about Leo's love life. Only the brave may apply. We get the Emperor. This is brilliant. So, people who are on the fence will need to step up or step off. Okay? The Emperor is a card of autonomy, of power, of divine masculine, of somebody, because Leos can make their own decisions. You can run your own lives. You can run an empire. You know, you're the kind of lion. You can do all the things. But the secret is you don't want to do all the things in a partnership. You want someone else who can also do at least some things. You're always going to be able to do all the things, but they need to step up, okay? So this is a sign of somebody stepping up or stepping out. Oh, 3 cards. Yeah. I love this card. I've come to like this card more and more over the years. Justice. Justice for Leo. Yes. Justice for Leo. It is your time, okay? It's your time. I'm just going to write that down. I have to. It's your time. Some of you may not even be ready, you know, and tough tits really, because it's your time. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. I have to write it down because otherwise I just completely forget it. Once I'm out of reading, it's like, swing. Okay. Karma, karmic reset. I like that. It's in your favor. And it hasn't been for quite a long time. We get the 9 of Wands, which is the need for you. Most Leos are good at this, but if you've been a bit off your game or a little bit like physically under the weather or whatever it is, boundaries are the first things to go with a Leo. Normally you're pretty shit hot on boundaries, to be honest, but it just feels like you're going to need to be on point with them and to not hold back. Fortune always favours the brave with a Leo, but very much more so in November, okay? To the point where I feel like you almost have no option but to be brave, but to get on your horse and ride, you know? The universe is pushing you. If you try to cling on to the raft, it will kick you off. It will stand on your fingers until you let go, okay? So it's not in your nature and it's not in your interest to cling on. And in your love life, if you're clinging on to anything that is not for you, it will go by you. It will. So the other thing I get here, which is interesting, is the Page of Cups. This can be an apology coming your way. It can be somebody reaching out. It's quite a shy and small thing. It's not like a big ceremony of any kind. But there's somebody... And because we got the Justice card... Oh, yes. Come on. Because we got the Justice card. Yes. Sorry, I just took 2 more cards that were amazing. I feel like for some of you it could be where someone wants to apologise, they now want to step up, they're sorry for what happened. You do or don't accept it, that's entirely up to you. It has to be genuine, it has to be that, has to be the Emperor. But I also get, oh, look at these cards, for the love of God. We get Strength, which is, that is you. But look what it comes with, and it's definitely the right deck for you and the right colour. Wheel of Fortune. Look at those 2 bad boys together. Oh, Leo. If you pussy out, you're going to lose out in the biggest way. If only I could make that the title, but Lube Tube. Did I just say Lube Tube? Did I just say pussy out and Lube Tube in the same sentence? Guilty as charged, Leo. You did it to me. With doing your readings, I always get more bold, I have to say. Oh, yeah, Lube Tube would never let me have that as a title. Oh my God, I am going to have to get a t-shirt with the... I know. Anyhow, in the extended reading, I'm going to do a you and them reading, like side by side, you and whoever it is, okay? The other person, the other side, your lover, or whatever you want to call it. We're going to do it in terms of a you and them. So I've got 2 tarot decks here that are the same. I know, which I take, and they're also gorgeous. I use these for the you and them reading because it's, yeah, it just gets right down to it as well. And I feel for some of you, because we've got that Justice, to have something side by side like that is really going to work, okay? Woohoo! I'm going to go and do that now. I'm going to refresh my cup of tea, I think. I might need a coffee for this one. Woohoo! And it's the link in the description box. Thank you for hyping the video, for those of you that hyped it, or well done for finding the hype button as well. And also, if you want the extended, I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.